Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a man with destructive power in both hands. With an impressive 23 knockouts in 24 fights, the sky really is the limit for this knockout specialist. Join me as we take a look at the career of one of the most devastating punchers in boxing today. Gervonta Davis was born on November 7th, 1994 in Baltimore, USA. He was the youngest of three brothers and had an extremely tough upbringing. Being raised in a very tough neighbourhood, witnessing many acts of violence and drug abuse, certainly made Davis's start in life difficult. Davis spent a great deal of his childhood in foster care, so this certainly toughened Davis up. Davis would also often get into physical altercations, even with kids who are a lot older and bigger than him.
I was fighting a lot in school, fighting a lot on the streets, and they brought us to the gym, and I'm the one that stuck with it.
His uncle, James Walker, observed one of the skirmishes and told his nephew, "We've got to turn this negative energy into a positive energy." With financial assistance from another uncle to buy boxing equipment, they took him to a gym operated by Calvin Ford. Davis had found a place where he could harness his energy and anger. It was also a place where he felt a bond and love that was missing in other parts of his life. Davis was now dedicating all his time outside of his education to develop his skills in the gym. The dedication paid off though, with Davis amassing an amateur record of 206 wins with just 15 losses, also picking up a multitude of amateur championships. Davis decided to turn pro at 18 instead of waiting 3 more years for the 2016 Olympics. After raking up some hugely impressive wins, with all but one coming by the way of knockout, Davis was starting to gather some attention for some big names in the sport. He was introduced to the legendary Floyd Mayweather Jr., who then became the fighter's promoter. This would benefit Davis enormously, with Mayweather's wisdom and being able to expose Davis to a much bigger audience.
This young man right here, natural born superstar. I would say I'm the god of this, I'm the Don of this, I'm the Mike, no, I'm LeBron of this. But the ultimate goal is to get him to surpass me.
He was now ready to show the world that there was a new force in boxing. The first fight under the Mayweather watch was against the Mexican Cristobal Cruz. With both fighters trading leather, it was Davis who connected with the first meaningful shot. A huge straight left sending Cruz to the canvas. He managed to make it back up and make it to round 3 before the Tank unleashed a furious left uppercut, which ended the fight. Up stepped Luis Sanchez. This was a more methodical start from Davis, picking his spots and attacking aggressively when the opportunity presented itself.
Good enough.
Davis managed to catch Sanchez with his trademark left hand.
He's still learning. We look forward to him being world champion someday.
It was a tough Guillermo Avilar who was up next trying to stop the Tank. Both fighters were putting out some feelers to start before Davis lands with a stiff jab which drops Avilar. Davis goes into the 6th round with lots of aggression and ends the fight with some nice uppercuts. The knockouts continued with the first round demolition of Mario Macias. With all these impressive wins, Davis had now done enough to earn himself a shot at a world title. The man standing in the way of Davis's first world title was the undefeated Jose Pedraza, a much taller opponent who a lot of pundits thought Davis would struggle to get close enough to land his power shots. Unusually though, Pedraza tried to mix it up with Davis and bring the fight to him, which played right into Davis's hands. Davis started to target the body, which caused Pedraza to drop his hands. Davis was really starting to bust him up before a thunderous right hook ended the fight.
Can you describe the emotions of this moment?
It felt great, just doing it in front of my fans, taking boxing more serious,
After stopping Liam Walsh in the UK, came a less spectacular win against Francisco Fonseca. Up next for Tank Davis was Jesus Cuellar. Former featherweight champ Cuellar put up little defence and was soon on the canvas from a nasty body shot. He did well to recover from this, but Davis could see a weakness and was relentless in his attack, finishing the fight in the third round.
And Davis close it out and win another world title. Look at this power, and this one is over.
After this impressive victory, Davis was due to fight Abner Mares, but Mares had to withdraw due to a detached retina. Hugo Ruiz stepped in as a late replacement, and the journeyman Mexican found this was all too much for him, with the fight ending in the first round. Davis had to take on his mandatory defence in Ricardo Nunes. Few gave Nunes a chance going into the fight, and Davis really demonstrated his class with some outstanding head movement and explosive power. Davis caught Nunes with a massive left hook, which ended the fight. Davis decided to step up in weight for his next contest against Olympic gold medalist Yuriorkis Gamboa. The fighters were both highly charged after a heated weigh-in. This was Davis's toughest test yet, and he must have thought it would be another quick night with him flooring Gamboa in the second round. Davis landed again with his trademark left hook in round 8, which knocked Gamboa down but not out.
Down goes Gamboa again.
It was looking likely that this was going to be a points win before Davis unleashed a pile driving left, which ended the fight.
And this one is over.
Davis's next fight was his first as the headline pay-per-view fight and was against Leo Santa Cruz. There was high anticipation that this would be an entertaining fight, and both fighters certainly didn't disappoint. With both fighters throwing caution to the wind, it was only a matter of time before somebody's lights were going to be turned off. Late in the 6th round, as both fighters were slugging it out, Davis threw an uppercut from hell, which knocked Santa Cruz out cold. Thank you for taking a look into Gervonta Davis's career so far, so please like, subscribe and hit the like button.